Hello and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be talking about nail shaping, specifically how to shape round nails, how to take a square nail to round, and why it's really not recommended to shape short nails into a super pointed or tapered shape. Before we jump into that, if you're new here, my name is Katie. I've been a nail tech for about 14 years and I'm a gel nail specialist. If you want to learn more about gel nails, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button and also tell me in the comments one thing that you are really struggling with right now in your nail journey, and maybe I can make some content in the future to help you out. So I want us to take a closer look at these nails that are currently square, and we are going to round them out. And we're going to talk about how we can do that properly in order to maintain the integrity of the nails, in order to avoid stress cracks at the sides, and to make sure that we are not filing into the sides of our nails. You may have seen on yourself, or if you are a nail tech, you've seen on clients, sometimes you'll get these little notches at the side where literally a chunk of the nail has been removed, and that's usually due to trying to taper the nail too narrow when the nail is not long enough for that. So we're going to talk about all of these things, but I want us to take a closer look so that we can discuss it a little bit more in depth and you can have a visual. Okay, so let's take a look at these nails that are square. They are a little bit shorter. They really don't have enough length to safely taper them into a pointed or very narrow shape. With this length, it's going to be a lot more rounded, and here's why. So looking at the nail, down here below, we have what's called our lower parallels, and this gives the nail a lot of strength. This is where that side is coming straight out from those growth points, and the growth point is where the nail is growing out from the side of the finger. So in order to keep the structural integrity of the nails, which will prevent breaking and cracks, we want to keep both those lower parallels and the growth points intact. When we have a shorter nail like this, we are not able to taper those sides in significantly. It's going to be more of a gradual taper in, more of a rounded shape. So what will happen is if I try to make this into a pointed nail, it's going to end up looking something along these lines. And so we will have completely removed those sidewalls, those lower parallels, possibly accidentally filing into those growth points because we're trying to taper it in so much. That's where you're going to see those notches on the sides. And this leaves the nail really vulnerable to breaking and cracking, and possibly even the nail separating from the nail bed. And you're going to see that up the sides of the nail. To make this nail into a really pointed shape, I would need quite a bit more length. It's going to look something like that. So we're going to need quite a bit more length in order for it to gradually get into a pointed shape. So in order for us to kind of start to round this nail out and keep the structural integrity, we're going to start to kind of go for more of that shape. So we're just removing just this very corner, and we're going to keep our lower parallel and keep our side walls. And from the top view, it's going to look something more like that. Again, just those corners that we are removing, and that is going to keep a really nice, healthy, strong nail. And as it grows out, we can continue to taper it in a little bit if we wanted it to be a little bit more narrow, but we're going to need that length as it grows out. So let's go into the demo now. I'm going to show you how I hold my file to shape these nails. Okay, so I've removed the color off of my nails with my e-file, and I'm going to show you how I hold my file to shape the nail. Now, I haven't done any prep or anything. This is literally just like straight after removing the color, and we're going to jump into some shaping. I am using a 180 grit file for this. It's like the perfect kind of medium grit. It's not too coarse, and it's not too soft either. So it's like, my favorite is a 180. And these are the Kinetics files. I get these from Nail Mart USA. Now let me show you kind of like one of the biggest mistakes in how we can hold our file. So when we taper this nail in, we don't want to hold it like this, where it's parallel to that sidewall, and start to kind of file in, because that is where we're going to create those notches. We're filing into that growth point of the nail, and we're going to start creating those notches if we come from here, have our file into that growth point. If we're coming from here and then we're trying to like taper that nail and make that nail thinner and thinner and thinner, that's where you're going to start seeing that notch right at that growth point. So we don't want to hold our file like that. We want to actually come at an angle like this. And now you see that there is more of a gap in between my file and that growth point. There is a little bit of like a safe zone right there that's going to protect us as we are rounding out the nail. So I like to hold my file not parallel, more at an angle like this, and sometimes I even angle it underneath. So I'm going to file that corner. Same with the other side. I don't want to be filing into that growth point. I want to have more of an angle to my file. On yourself, it can be a little bit more tricky because we always have the, you know, for me, this is the side that's easier to see, and this side's not as easy. I really have to turn my hand and my body to get to this side. One side is always going to be easier for you, whether you're right-handed or left-handed, whatever side you're working on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start gradually rounding out these corners. Notice again that I'm holding my file at an angle so that I'm not cutting into that growth point. And I'm just going to gradually round it out. And then I'm going to come over to the other side and start doing the same thing. And I'm going to go back and forth a little bit on each side so that we can kind of keep it pretty even. So it's already starting to look a little bit more squoval. So I'm just going to keep going until I feel like I have a nice rounded shape. Now my natural nails do curve downwards. I am aware of that. I have always have people telling me that in the comments. I am aware they do curve downward, and actually rounding it out like this will kind of naturally bring that tip upwards a little bit. So for me, and having a downward growing nail, it will actually kind of start to correct that downward growth by rounding it out, because I'm naturally like rounding it out and bringing up that free edge. I just want to make sure and connect, basically connecting from here to the center of the nail. And we're starting to get our rounded shape, but we're keeping those lower parallels intact. And also filing under the free edge like this will help prevent the free edge from lifting as well, which is really nice. So it is kind of nice to do a rounded shape for this reason, is because, again, and look how I'm holding my file. So I'm not cutting into those corners. I have it at an angle. This is just going to bring that free edge up a little bit, giving it that nice rounded shape. And then we can see underneath, because we've filed it underneath, this area right here is actually the gel. And then right underneath down here is the actual natural nail. So you can kind of see the difference between the gel and the natural nail. And this is going to help prevent that free edge lifting because it's just going to tuck that nail underneath or behind the gel so that when we use our nails and our hands, the part that's getting the most impact is actually the gel and not our natural nail. Okay, for this length, this is about the most tapered that I would go. This is about how round I would make the nails. I probably wouldn't go any farther in just because there isn't that much length to work with, but as they grow out, then we can start gradually tapering them in more if the client wanted that. You would go more towards an oval, and then eventually you could do a pointed nail, but it would take quite a bit more length. So I hope this video helped you learn how to achieve a beautiful rounded nail. If you enjoyed this video, I highly suggest checking out this video where I teach you how to remove hard gel with zero damage. I hope you have an amazing day. Catch me here every other Monday, so I'll see you back here in a few weeks. Thanks for watching.